the balance between this idea of mental toughness and empathy right now, which, people are talking about so much more. How do you strike that balance between that? Especially for those leaders who think they need to be, so hardcore to get the best out of their teams. I mean, you've led teams through some really challenging, battles and different things. I mean, how do you find that balance between those two things?
You have to really connect on a deeper level. And to do that, you need to get vulnerable. That's how you connect with people. You need to be authentic. You need to be vulnerable. And the guys on my team, they excel at being vulnerable. And you wouldn't think so. You think, oh, they're really tough Navy SEALs and Green Berets and, Rangers and Marines and, some Delta Force guys as well. They're the toughest, most, mentally, physically hardcore guys that are out there. They are, but the reason they got there is because they weren't afraid to get vulnerable, to let their guard down, to expose their heart, to show people who they really are and what they believe. And I think that's one of the things that differentiates us from other companies is when we go into an organization, we have something called a vulnerability panel. And so my guys, break it down and say, listen, I've been on X number of missions, I've got these awards and medals and so forth. And these are the stories of the battles and the operations and the missions that I've been on. But guess what? When I came back home, I've struggled, and I've struggled quite a bit, and I have post-traumatic stress, and I've had some dark days, and I've contemplated suicide, and I've had to go get counseling. And all of a sudden, when they start sharing those experiences and really exposing their heart to our clients, people drop their guards, they start listening, they start paying attention because they're connecting on a very intimate, deep level. Now, all of a sudden, the people that we're talking to, our clients, they're breaking down as well. They're becoming vulnerable as well. They're sharing stories that they've never shared before. They're talking to each other in a way that they've never communicated before. And all of a sudden, they're bonding on a deeper, stronger level. And all of a sudden, they get to know each other and they care about each other. And they don't want to leave the company because now that they're friends, they have no desire to leave. And all of a sudden they work harder because it's not about them, it's about their teammates and about the team and about the mission. And that's why it's so powerful. And I think that's what the difference is. You can have both and you can excel at both.